Hey there, Caitlin here to welcome you back to Fragrance University. In this candle course video, we'll be discussing the appropriate fragrance usage levels in candles before we go into detail about individual candle components. Candles of all types are currently placed in a Category 12 of the IFRA guidelines. Category 12 contains products not intended for use on skin and allows for higher fragrance levels than other categories. This allows you to use fragrance oils up to 100% in your candles. Let's go over some important information on fragrance usage levels. Fragrance oil becomes a part of the candle by nestling into the molecular gaps of the wax. Its usage in the candle is measured by weight, not volume. In general, the industry standard is 1 ounce of fragrance oil per pound of wax, or 6.3%. This percentage will ensure your candle's throw is strong enough to circulate a room without causing problems during production. It's appropriate for most types of wax like paraffin or soy. If you'd like your candles to feature a stronger throw, you can add more fragrance oil. However, adding more fragrance doesn't automatically mean a stronger throw. If you add too much fragrance oil to your wax, it will leach and impact its burn characteristics. Additives like Vybar will increase the wax's ability to retain fragrance. They do so by decreasing the size of the molecular gaps within the wax to keep fragrance oils from leaching out. Their usage level is calculated by weight, and it's recommended to use the additives at 0.25% to 1% of the total weight of your candle components. Many waxes on the market come pre-blended with additives to allow a maximum load of up to 12% fragrance oil. Regardless of the wax type you use, you should determine whether it contains these additives or not. Using straight wax without additives will limit how much fragrance oil can be used in the candle without leaching. When adding fragrance to your wax during the candle production process, take note of the temperature of the melted wax before pouring your fragrance oil. If you add the fragrance to the wax when it's too cold, it will not properly distribute into the wax and leave your candle with a poor throw. If you add the fragrance to your wax when it's too hot, it may be hotter than the fragrance's flash point and cause it to combust. As a general rule of thumb, it's recommended that you add your fragrance oil when your melted wax is between 180 and 185 degrees Fahrenheit. That being said, always check your fragrance's flash point to ensure the wax does not pass that threshold. It's important to mention that costs will play one of the biggest roles in fragrance usage levels in your candles. If you have a lower budget, you may need to use more cost-effective fragrances. On the other hand, you can also use less of an expensive fragrance. If you have a higher budget, you can use larger percentage of any fragrance because you'll not be restricted by cost. Finally, note that any wax with a high oil content will have difficulty holding fragrance. There will not be enough space for the fragrance oil within the gaps of wax molecules because the oil content in the wax itself will take up those gaps. Waxes with high oil content are slack and scale paraffin wax. They have not been fully refined, so they still contain some of the oil that they were extracted from. If you want to find other ways to maximize your candle's throw, continue watching our candle course videos. For now, if you'd like to learn more about this topic, be sure to read the IFRA guidelines on fragrance usage in candles. I'm Caitlin, and thank you for watching this Fragrance U video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.